Hello, crypto traders. This is a really critical level of support we have here, and this 4-hour chart shows it best. Okay, we can see that the close on this day, which is the fat part of the candle, not the skinny lower wick. Okay, but the close on this day at 47.21 is also very close to the low this day of 47.11. The low here is 47.84, and the low here is 47.51. So we have 4 levels of support. Actually, this candle, the open, is the same as close for the most part, since crypto is a 24-hour trading vehicle. So support here, support here, support, support, support there, and support here. Now what support means is every time it comes down here, somebody has a vested interest and a huge rally ensues. It goes way up. Okay, this time it didn't go up so much, but that time it went up. Somebody puts in a bunch of volume and says, no, I'm not going to let you break below this level of support. Okay, I'm going to come in here, right here. Okay, every time it touches down in this area, I'm going to buy. Okay, so that has happened 1, 2, 3, 4 times. By the way, this is a fully engulfing green over red, and that's a pretty bullish candle. And we also are above minus 100, where the buy signal comes in when it crosses up through minus 100. Okay, but I got to be honest, I've been trading stocks since the year 2000 and watching charts for 12 hours a day, 300 days a year. And I know a thing or two about charts. And I'll tell you one thing, I have never seen a chart pattern that looks like it starts from right here, where it goes up, drops like a rock, it does a double top shaped like an M. Okay, looks like it's going to break down. Huge rally again to another top, and then a long leg down. Okay, and chart patterns have various names like ascending triangle and descending triangle and inverse head and shoulders, head and shoulders. You know, this doesn't look anything like any of them. So I'm going to name this chart pattern. It's so unusual. I'm going to call it the spider pattern. Okay, because here's the body right here. There's a couple of legs. Here's the eye. There's the mouth. Here's another eye. Couple more legs. And then it goes way up to the long legs where they V up and come back down. Okay, that's a pretty spooky looking pattern. And it looks to be more or less very bearish. Okay, and all the legs, okay, it hasn't come down to set this leg here, but when it does, it's not going to set a leg. I think it's just going to crash. Okay, and let me show you where I think these are going to fall to if this pattern breaks down. Okay, this is starting to look like a descending triangle with a flat bottom, and each high is a little bit lower. It looks like one more up, another down, another up, another down, a smaller up, a smaller down, the breakdown. Okay, volume should be diminishing as this chart pattern forms, and when volume hits the all-time low, prices usually fall to attract buyers at a lower price. And this is my target area on Bitcoin. From 37.5 up to 38,000. The close this day, the red candle, was about 38,200. Okay, but the lower candles are down here in this 37,500 zone. So anywhere between 37.5 and 38,000 here. And on ETH, the low this day was 2,444 and the close was 2,507. So anywhere in that range. Okay, to come down here, there's also another candle with a little wick down here in that zone. So I'm thinking 2,450 to 2,500 would be a good buy zone, and that's where I put some. I put 5 buy limit orders in down in this right between the lower wick of the candles and the closes and the open that day, hoping they'll get picked up because I think that'll be a good price. And it will also be 5 moves. I'm not an expert on Elliott waves, but I know the 1 down, 2 up, 3 down, 4 up. Okay, they always come in 5 waves, and it looks like if it drops from here, the 5th wave would put it down to about here. Okay, in the next few days. It could happen at any moment. It could be a 1-hour candle that just spikes down, okay, and then rallies. I do believe if it does fall this far, that's the bottom. It will turn around and start back up from there, because October has always been a good time for the stock market to turn around, and Bitcoin historically has a very good poor September and strengthens from October throughout the end of the year, just like the stock market does. Okay, I don't know what the stock market's doing because I've been trading cryptos for the last year and mining for the last almost 2 years now. So I don't really know what happened before I was all in on that move. Okay, and the one before. But that's not what I'm here to talk about. I'm just telling you that this chart here, okay, is very close to breaking down major support. And if it does a curvy top, which means it goes up a little, smaller green, gets rejected at the middle Bollinger Band and starts curving down, okay, the fall will be far and quick, I would think. But I think the reason it hasn't done it yet is that was a pretty good fall already, and in order to fall another 4,000, okay, this is a move of 4,500 from the high down. That's how quickly it can happen in 4 hours. So if it just curves up and then falls from here, it would only take an hour or 2 to get down to my price targets. Okay, the best case scenario would be to go up all the way to the upper Bollinger Band and break out above this level of resistance and this level of resistance and take off. Okay, but if it goes all the way up here, it's going to need to pull back to the middle before it can break out above this high and this high. Okay, because it won't have so far to go. It really won't go, I don't think, from the bottom to the top Bollinger Band and then continue to go. That wouldn't be healthy. That would be too far, okay, without a pullback. And that's what happens when you get one of those. So I think the most bullish scenario is a tag the upper Bollinger Band, maybe break out a little above these two, show some strength, and then come back to the middle Bollinger Band, which will be, pointed up by then, okay, and tag it, and not have to go all the way to the lower, but launch from the middle Bollinger Band, and then break out to all new highs. So, that's how charting is. It's either sideways forever is the worst thing that could happen right now, okay, because that's a sign of weakness, and any consolidation sideways after a big move down usually yields another move down. So, and watch the volume. See, I'm looking at diminishing volume here. That also leads to lower prices. And we're seeing volume fall off pretty dramatically here overall. So volume really has to pick up. Another thing to watch for is the zero line CCI. Whenever the CCI rises above 0, the price usually goes up pretty dramatically. Like right here. Okay, that was a nice up move. This one didn't move up a whole lot. It did go up for 8 hours. 9 if you count the little peak to a new high. And then this one worked great. So all you ever do is buy the breakout above 0 on the CCI, you'll do well. Okay, so worst case scenario is low volume no movement and just flat here and crash. Crash below this close and it's all over. The shorts are going to love it. So it's either going to drop, go sideways and dump, make a little rounded top and dump, or run like heck and get out of this, you know, set new highs. No telling what it's going to do. I don't make predictions. The only top I see, the only thing I can see into the future is where this is, because that kind of limits your upside. And lower Bollinger Bands usually are like jumping on a bed. It comes down and jumps, bangs its head against the ceiling, falls, jumps again. I don't like this lower Bollinger Band headed down though. Okay. When you see a gap between the price and the lower Bollinger Band, empty space, it's kind of an invitation for the price to come on down and tag it. That's years of experience talking there. And then when you hit the upper Bollinger Band, it takes a lot of volume once it's flat, increasing volume to get it to go up. See it right here. It takes increasing volume to bend that upper Bollinger Band up. So right now the short-term target on this chart is right here. If it goes up. And if volume increases, then it can send it up. But if it just sits here sideways, this is going to start curving down. The lower one is going to curve up, and you get a Bollinger Band pinch. Okay, just thought I'd bring this to your attention that this is a critical level of support on Bitcoin. And this is the critical level of support that must hold, or it will go down a lot more. Somebody's doing a fine job of supporting it at this level, though I'm not really seeing them today. Just because it happened 1, 2, 3, 4 times, the buyer stepped in, does not mean it's going to happen every time. Okay, so that's about it. I'm a miner. I don't like it to go down. I don't use margin, so I don't ever bet on coins to go down. And I just want it to go up so my mining pays better. My profits are way down from when Bitcoin was at 53,000 and ETH was at 4,000 not too long ago. All right, have a great night, folks. I'm headed to do something else, but I will be watching this. All right, have a great night. Be careful out there. See you later. Bye-bye.